Harem, harem, harem. Who doesn't like harem anime? I know I like them. So, what is harem anime? It is a kind of story where a male character is surrounded and loved by many female characters. So, can you make a list of harem anime that no one ever watched? The answer is no. So, don't expect to find a lot, but I am sure that you will find at least one that you can enjoy. So, if you find this video useful, then give a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and enable the notification that you get notified when we upload a new video. So without further ado, let's start the list.
お話ししてみたいあまり学校来ないけど同じクラスの夏希ちゃんを演じろよ鈴木ちゃん人気よさん
相変わらず人気だねあんたで自信のほどは僕はミスコンなどに興味は
Well, ExLove. Ever since he was a child, Takuma Katsu had a scary face. He was shunned by his classmates and only attracted bad attentions, such as the lives of gangsters and thugs. As a result, he developed social anxiety. Unable to properly converse with people, this fact and his scary face only proceeded to worsen his bad reputation. And he was known as a demon. One day Takuma saves Natsuki and receives a revelation from Odin, the Lord of Asgard, that the world will end soon, and it is on Takuma's shoulders to save the world. To help him with his mission, Odin sends his 9 daughters down to earth. Now Takuma have to work with these 9 girls to save the world. Please Twins. Please Twins is a story about 3 high school students, Maika Kamashiro, Karen Onodera, and Mina Miyafuji. Maika has always had a photo of himself as a child in front of an old house with a young girl. One day after spotting the building in a news report, the high school boy moves to the countryside to live in the house from the picture. But one day, Maika gets the shock of his life when not one but 2 girls turns up on his doorstep claiming to be his twin sisters. With lively Meena and timid Karen both possessing the same photograph, the pair begins living with the confused Maika as they try to figure out which one of them is actually his sister.
You're...
What a coincidence! Why are you here?
Why? Because this is my house.
Really?
Really?
But the higher-ups didn't want you to get a look at anything classified.
It's classified?
Now wait!
Have I been infected with an experimental serum that's given me powers, turning me into a super soldier?
Outbreak Company. Shinichi Kanue is a young secluded otaku who is offered a job thanks to his vast knowledge of anime, manga and video games. However, just after meeting his new employer, he is kidnapped, awakening in an alternative world with a fantasy setup. Shinichi is then informed that he was in fact selected by the Japanese government to help improve his country's relations with New World by establishing a company to spread the unique product of Japanese culture.
元温泉旅館だっていう下宿なんですけど、家賃はなんと一月でたったの1000円、食費は朝夕2食で1万5000円、その上温泉入り
Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs. The series follows the life of luckless and homeless high school student Kogarashi Fuyuzora. In his search for a home, he is introduced to the Yuragi Inn, a cheap boarding house and a former hot spring inn. The reason the rent is so cheap is because it is haunted by the beautiful ghost spirit Yuna, whose corpse was discovered at the inn. Kogarashi then helps Yuna with her unfinished business, all while discovering the supernatural secrets of the rest of the female renters. Deathmatch to the Parallel World. Rhapsody. The story follows Ichiro Suzuki, a 29-year-old gaming programmer. One day, He was working on a game called Deathmatch. However, he became extremely worn out as he is working during the weekend. After taking a nap, he mysteriously wakens up in a parallel world similar to the game he was working on. Whether it's a dream or reality, Sato's journey was now beginning. They are my noble masters. Due to family troubles, Ren Usogi and his sister Miyato leaves their home. They end up moving to the city but find themselves with a lack of money. Somehow they are able to find work in the form of the Kunai family's mansion. Being employed as a servant to the three sisters of the Kunai family, Shinra, Miya, and Yume. Being a servant also associates Ren with the mansion's additional servants and the Kunai sisters' friends. Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Stone. Peter Grill, warrior of the Brave Swordsman Guild, has emerged victorious at an international fighting tournament. To be crowned the strongest man in the world, Peter uses this victory to gain permission from the Guildmaster to marry the Guildmaster's daughter and fellow guild member Luvilia. However, women from other races are word of Peter's exploits and seek the seed of the strongest warrior to continue their respective bloodlines. Meanwhile, the Guildmaster's obsession with his own daughter drives him to find a way to end Lovilia's relationship. Now Peter must hide his new lovers from them both. The Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of Energar. Uttosau is a normal high school student who is knowledgeable about urban legends. In order to prove one of these legends, he and his childhood friend Mitsuki Shimoya visit a local shrine nearby. However, while using his solar-powered smartphone to take a picture of himself next to the shrine's divine mirror, he gets mysteriously transported to another world called Yggdrasil. And there, he gains the affection of a group of magic-wielding warrior maidens known as the Energar.
We will aid the Horn Clan! End of discussion! My decision is final!
Is this a zombie? Aruma Aikawa is a zombie who was once an ordinary high schooler, resurrected by a necromancer named Silwood after being murdered by a serial killer. As he tries to make the best of his undead life, he encounters a magical garment girl named Haruna and inadvertently takes her magic powers. Being forced to become a cross-dresser in the process. With Esselwood, Haruna and a vampire ninja named Serfum living with him, Miles battle demons known as Maglos while trying to figure out the mystery behind his own death.